Welcome to Everyman Prepping. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about tips for saving money during this high inflationary period. Things that the everyman can do that you may not have thought of, or if you thought of, you haven't put it into practice yet. Some of these you might say, well, that's common sense. Why aren't people doing it? Well, some people haven't thought of it yet. They are, just lackadaisically doing it, or maybe you've done some of these and you've kind of fallen behind and you got into bad habits and you're doing these things again. But we want to save as much money as we can now, move that money into better savings, harder assets, or maybe some supplies that we need now to help us through this, like I said, high inflationary period. So the first thing I have here on my list is coffee. Most adults love coffee. A lot of adults buy for their kids. So stop going out to coffee shops. The Starbucks, the Pete's, the fancy downtown coffee shop to get your daily coffee. Brew it at home, figure out a way to make it at home yourself. It's a ton cheaper. You might be able to save $5, $6, $7 a day, depending on how big your coffee habit is. If you need it during the day, put it in a thermos and bring it with you. If you can wait till you get home off work, make it then. But try to prepare your own. And you can save $200 or $300 a month just on not going out and spending money on that frivolous coffee. And you're probably going to be able to buy better coffee, maybe even organic coffee, which will be then better for you. Secondly, we have here, when you go out, you got to cut back from going out to eat. Going out to eat is getting super expensive. With the food shortages, restaurants are charging a lot more. They're paying wages or have to get more to entice workers to come work on their spot. So going out to eat has become very expensive. Not only that, the food quality is going down. It's not as healthy. So what do? Grow your own food, like I say, raise your own chickens, cook at home. Even if you're not good at it, practice, you'll get better, and you're going to save a ton of money. Now, let's say you want to go out to treat yourself. Nothing wrong with that. But when you go out, try to do this to save money. You're going out to eat. Don't do like I said earlier, don't do the coffee, the wine, the beer, the specialty drinks. Go for water. Not only is it, healthier, just drinking water. I drink water every meal during the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Have water. If you go out, just get the water, save that extra money from doing the specialty drinks. Because remember, it's not only the price of that coffee or that wine or beer that you're paying, but you're paying taxes on it, and then you're going to pay a tip on top of that. You can save a ton of money by just cutting that out. Next, we have on here is go through your credit card. Get your credit card, and you're going to go through all the recurring charges you have for digital subscriptions. You probably have on there more than you think. You really need to go through your credit card line by line and see all the recurring charges, and do you need them? Let's think things like Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, all those services, music services, Spotify, Audible, Pandora. Do you need all those? Do you need one? Maybe you don't need any of them. What can you do to replace a lot of these digital subscriptions? The library. Go to your library. It'll be free. They have tons of digital content these days. They got music. They have video games. They have movies. And yes, of course, they have books. A lot of books they also have digitally. So go to your library. Stop paying for all these recurring subscriptions. You'll save a ton of money. What other subscriptions do you want to look at? Do you need Dropbox? Do you need Drive? Do you need Zoom? Do you need all those? If you're a gamer, if you have a lot of gamers in your household, either you or your kids, do you need the Xbox and the PlayStation and the Switch and the Twitch and all that? Do you need all those recurring charges? Maybe you can go down to one or two. Think about that. Do you subscribe to a lot of news feeds? Newspapers, Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg. Do you need all those news feeds? Can you find replacements on the web that are free? I think you can. I use a lot of free stuff for what I do for this channel for research. There's a ton of free research, just as good as all that paid stuff. Lastly, workout stuff. Do you have Fitbits, other trackers that you pay for regularly? See if you can cut that out as well. Go through that credit card, cut all the ones you can. You'll see how much money you can actually save every month on that bill. Plus, if you're not paying that credit card off every month, all those subscription fees are getting charged interest. They're actually costing you more money. Next, let's go down to, if you're one of these people that get a lot of deliveries, are you the fruit of the month club, wine of the month club, dessert of the month? Do you order food to be made at home, but they drop off food, meals every night with the ingredients and you put them together? Cut those down. You don't need to be on the fruit of the month and the this of the month and that of the month. How about you just save the money for that month and don't waste it on that stuff? Next, when you go grocery shopping, let's not buy name brand stuff. So, go for the store label, the generic label. Will the food quality be a little different? Maybe. but maybe not. Could be, just as good. You can save a lot of money not buying that name brand food item as opposed to the generic or the store brand name. So a lot of the times the company, when they make the food, they make the high-end name brand stuff, and then they make a store that's made in the same factory, same ingredients. They just have a contract to make it with the Safeway, the Kroger name on it instead, and it's just as good. So try those out and see what you think. If it doesn't meet your quality, you can change, but you can save money that way. Another one you have on here is gym memberships. Do you really need that gym membership, the yoga membership, the Pilates, whatever, recurring charges and all that? Can you work out at home? If you're doing yoga and all that, there's a lot of online YouTube videos you can watch to do all that. If you're a gym, you know what some of the greatest workout at home that's free is? Push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. You do that in a routine and come out with a plan, that's almost as good as going to the gym. If you have a yard or space, get some old tires, flip them around your backyard. Do your own CrossFit in your own backyard. Pull the tire around the yard. Lift heavy stuff. Chop wood. You want to do a great workout? Chop wood. You should be chopping wood any way because, as I said before, you want to be the woodpile warlord during this winter. Lastly, clothes. It's not a time right now to buy frivolous clothes. You don't want to be buying the expensive shirts, dresses, this and that if you don't need it for work or a special event. Stick to the necessities. Undergarments, socks, shoes that won't wear out, clothes to keep you warm. Just the bare necessities on the clothing. Don't go crazy on the clothing. Now, so we've went through all this. We know what we're saving. What are we going to do with it? What do we do with this money we're saving? First thing it is, you're going to tabulate it up. You need to know monthly how much money you're saving, how much money you're doing by not going out, but only one time a week. You're cutting down half your memberships. You're buying not name brand food. You canceled some memberships. You canceled some clubs. And let's say you're saving $500 a month. Now, what are you going to do with that? Do you just let it, sit in the checking account or savings account because you used to spend it? No. This is the part where I tell you, not a financial advisor, not a financial planner, of that stuff. So this is just the Everyman opinion. And by the way, if you're liking this video, please subscribe, share it, ring that bell, do all that good stuff. Really help the channel grow and help me make these videos more often. So we're adding up all that money. Let's say we're coming up with $500. What do you want to do with it? I don't recommend putting it in the bank. You're just going to lose that money to inflation in the bank. So don't let it just sit in the bank. What you should do is invest it or buy good assets or good items with it. So what do I mean? Well, maybe take a portion of it, all of it, buy some silver and gold, platinum, something like that, some commodity that's going to retain its value, store your wealth, and those kind of things. I would say crypto's having a little problem right now, going down, but maybe it's a buying opportunity. I don't know about that, but do know about silver and gold. Maybe you do that every other month, a little bit every month, you dollar cost average it. Then maybe you want to get into buying stuff like, self-defense items. Maybe even haven't had the money for it, so you take some that money, buy a self-defense tool, accessories for that item, maybe training. Instead of going to the gym and all that, you're taking some classes on self-defense, either with your tool or on martial arts. You're doing some kind of self-defense training instead. Maybe you're buying extra necessities. You're buying extra things you'll need later on. You're buying clothes for your kids when they grow a little bigger, 2 or 3 sizes up. You're storing those away. You're buying them now. They're cheaper. Maybe you're buying some of that prepping items that you haven't been able to afford before. You save $500 a month. You save up a couple of those months, and then you get yourself that that gas generator, that 2-fuel generator, that solar generator, the batteries, the water filters, the tent, whatever it is. Now you have extra money to spend on that you didn't have before, so you've been delaying on prepping. So now you can do it because you've saved that money. So if you have any other suggestions for people about either how you're cutting back, how you're saving money, or once you are saving that money, what you want to invest it in, what you should be spending it on, put it in the comments below. Let everybody know all your tricks and tips and, help the community out. We'd all be better off. So hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And until next time, keep your ear to the ground and head on a swivel.